Hi, it's Joanne. Today I'm going to be watching Alphas Season 1, Episode 1 Pilot. Thank you so much, Jessie, for sponsoring this show. I honestly don't know why I haven't watched it yet. I think it came out around a time I was really busy and I just never got around to it. And then I heard the news that it was cancelled and so I kind of just never jumped on the train. But I am very excited to finally get to see what this show is all about. If you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction and you're watching this on YouTube, these reactions were sponsored by Jessie starting in September of 2021. So that's when you could have found it on Patreon. It's still up there now if you want to go check it out. And yeah, without further ado, let's go.
This is Cameron. Hello.
You okay? That was a very exact time.
It's time to kill.
Is that what? What is this? Mind-altering texts, phone calls? You look suspicious.
Sure. Time to kill Hicks?
What
Pull the trigger.
is going on?
Time to kill.
Even the children are in on it. This is not how I thought this show would start. Kill. He's still got that ringing in his ears. Is he being controlled right now? He is, isn't he? Oh my goodness. That is beyond terrifying. Just destroy your own life. He got there just enough time too.
Pull the trigger.
Who the frick did he shoot? What is going on?
Transformation is inside.
I'm in the swimming pool. Good for him.
What the hell are you wearing?
He has to show he's the quirky professor type.
Take this ticket and eat it.
He's already registered that he pulled you over, hasn't he? Like, there'll be records of it.
There you go. Have a nice day, officer.
So she doesn't abuse her powers, that's for sure.
I love you.
Sorry for you, woman.
Say you love her too. You might never get another chance, you never know.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
Say hi to
He sweats a lot when he does it. That does kind of explain it. You're not exactly being subtle, Bill. Yeah, like there will be reports of the man that can push a car.
You got a problem?
That she's looking for a husband. Not that she'd get one with her condition.
What's her condition? And at 24, you don't need to be looking for a husband. At any age, you don't need to be looking for a husband. Listen to your mother, young man. He seems a little lost inside his own.
Almost here.
Okay. How does this tie in with the beginning? I know the actor from the beginning as well, so I feel like he's got to be one of the main parts.
Don't. That's
No,
why my name
I
is on
changed
it.
my name to Gary too.
It's
What,
a lie.
I'm
Don't be a
joking.
dick.
It's a joke.
Conference room.
Tell us more about the method you're describing.
I've already told you enough.
Oh my god, it is the shooting.
The room was sealed. Single door and
Ooh.
windows, and no gun was found. This is a classic.
Okay. So does he have abilities that was able to get the bullet through?
So we need real.
I'm the driver.
Absolutely not.
Can you drive?
Why?
No, it was a temporary.
Your jacket, Dr. Rosen.
I mean, it seems I like this team already, but they feel like not the most organised at the moment.
I don't even think I'd know how to walk in those.
I got a closet full of these. I'll hook you up.
There is no need to wear heels.
Want some masks? Who are you with exactly?
We can't tell you, but we can do things that we're not supposed to talk about. That's why we can solve this. You did it to her, didn't you?
How long have they worked together? Because they seem like in some ways a really well-oiled team and in other ways not.
Says that we're not.
Question.
Through the vent. Did no one notice the vent right at the trajectory the bullet came? Well done. Where is the guy that did it? Just living his life?
The shooter was here, Dr. Rosen, facing east towards base headquarters. Come here. I'll
We're getting radio Portugal.
Hmm.
Soccer match.
aiming at a
It's really interesting seeing how their abilities affect their everyday lives.
It traveled through an air shaft and then collided with an interior vent.
Somebody knew enough to tell him to do it.
Any evidence to corroborate
So is he
this, elegant
does he have some kind of ability that let him shoot it?
This for evidence.
Because the guy was saying that he just gets information to blackmail people, and he just got information on the phone about how to go and shoot somebody. So maybe there's an alpha person out there trying to kill people.
Hey, whatever that
People that got
is, leave it
caught.
alone. Good work.
Oh lord. Is it someone that's after the alpha team?
Golf, miniature golf.
Does he ever stop?
Hey, you shut up.
Gary, what did we talk about?
This is not the most well-oiled teams.
I stop.
Oh.
So we got athlete, drug addict, sniper, which means some sort of military training. Well, what do you know? Starting to look like a real criminal profile, which would mean this is almost like a professional investigation.
I love seeing the way all the different powers are used for different aspects of it. Does he remember what he did, or is he somewhere, like, with no clue?
So, some answers, please.
Yes, please.
Now.
Okay. Red flag. Yeah, chew on that.
The Alpha Group? The extremists?
You call them extremists. I call them criminals, terrorists. But now they're expanding from networking alphas into human trafficking, drugs,
And murder.
You saw the
Oh
tape.
dear.
Flag put a bullet in our only witness.
Gursky? Couple of weeks, I think.
Oh, did he get angry in an incident and hurt him?
Surgeries, I heard.
Oof. Is this the group following them? Or the shooter? No. An angry man. I love the process of getting to know shows and getting all the answers slowly but surely, but I also just want to jump to the point where I know everything.
This looks delicious. This is really good. You should make some and bring them in for the group. It's called teamwork. Thank you.
Is he intentionally an asshole?
Rachel, where are we? Is something bothering you, Rachel?
Bill.
You said, no, I understand that Bill has some boundary issues.
Some?
Which he should work on.
You know, confront him and tell him how you feel or what you need.
No. I'm.
She's not a confrontational person.
You can.
Yeah, that's him. That's Hicks. Number 7.
Yep. Does he know what he did?
Is that the right guy?
Absolutely. Cameron Hicks.
He was used.
Rated marksman in the history of the Corps.
Walked out in the middle of last year. You never came back. You never called.
He doesn't remember.
I got no choice.
Was having a stable job, like, was this the first stable job he'd had in a while? I hate that this happened to him.
I'm saying is his apartment is 5 blocks south, and he's walking.
His apartment. Rachel's at his apartment.
Yes, Rachel.
Rachel's still in the apartment. I told her in and out.
She needs
Guys,
a little
in
longer.
the field, when I give you orders, you take them. They're my orders. Rachel, out now.
We need to communicate better with each other. Oh dear, she's not using her ears.
Hello?
It's like he attracts bad drivers. Or is that the person that's been taking pictures of them? No, they wouldn't get that close, would they? They shouldn't send her alone when they know that she can, like, what were the 3 of them really doing in the car? At the very least, having Gary or Hypnotized Woman would have been better with her.
What? Rachel, he's coming. Get out of there.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
It's not his fault! Oop. I guess he knows something's up, so he's not trusting it. I mean, you've got no way of knowing this guy is FBI. Just because he said he's FBI doesn't mean he is. I'm not the computer! He's resourceful, I'll give him that. What do you think he did? He dropped a fire escape on it. He's very lucky and skillful. Oh, yep.
Past a cafe, and there's a street musician in front. There's a street musician.
I like this teamwork.
Buster Park, heading into an alley.
He has no idea what's going on, does he? I mean, if he does, I'll be shocked, but
Why are you chasing me?
Why are you running?
because he doesn't know who you are.
I don't know.
Just go to sleep. Everything will be alright. Just go to sleep.
Because we had to have the shot of her boobs as he fell down, of course. She's very handy. Oh. So I'm guessing they released that as like a 2-part. So I'll be watching this one next week. I really enjoyed this episode. I think one of the things I love about television is often you can really tell the era a show was made and kind of the channel it was made for. And this really does feel reminiscent of other shows I've watched from around this time, a bit before, that were like sci-fi channel shows and things like that. I love shows about superpowered people and kind of the different angles and the different sort of ways they approach them in every different show, and I'm very intrigued about this one. It started very differently to how I thought it would be, and there's this much more to this than even they know right now. Obviously, as far as they're aware, he is, you know, a guy that has a sniper rifle and he shot someone in a prison to get rid of the witnesses, and he's part of this extremist movement, but I think they could also tell that he didn't seem fitting with that profile when he was at his job, and then he seemed genuinely scared and genuinely like, what is happening? You know, there was a woman in his house and then a man burst through the door with a gun. You would freak out and run potentially. But you might, because just because someone shouts FBI, you know, a criminal could shout FBI, and if you go, oh, hi FBI man, oh dear, they've just shot me, I'm dead. He obviously knows, I don't know if maybe he fully remembers what happened with the shooting, but he doesn't really know. But even if, either way, he clearly doesn't seem to know what happened. We know he was like, got a text and, or a phone call and a text and was mind controlled into it somehow. And they clearly knew he was an alpha, that he had this ability, and they chose him specifically, which means that they're not just recruiting people, alphas, to join their extremist group, but they're also using them against their will, which is very scary. It's kind of an exaggerated form of what she does, but she has to make eye contact with you. I love the different introductions to each team member. I always do roll my eyes a little bit at, of course, the stunningly beautiful one, who there are lots of shots where you can see her cleavage, because obviously the men watching, they need that. But I think these are characters that I'm really interested to spend a lot of time with and to get to know, and hopefully to see them begin to gel more as a team. I will be interested to find out just how long they have been together as a team, because it doesn't feel like it's been all that long. And I know with all the stuff with Bill, and he clearly was in the FBI, or still is in the FBI, but then something happened and he injured a dick, who seems like, from what they said, they didn't really like him, got his fight or flight response, and now there are hearings. Maybe that, if that was when he was discovered to be an alpha, it won't have been that long that he's been on the team. There definitely are some teething issues with this group, but I think there's the potential. They all bring something different, that we will be able to build something really powerful here. And in a way, I do hope that the leader, Professor Dude, gets to write his book, because the world should know about these people. It's scary to think that, like, obviously when the world finds out there could be experiments, but if government people already know, the general public should know, especially because there might be other people like Gary who are suffering, or even Rachel, I believe is her name, who, you know, from the fact that her dad was like, who'd even want to marry her with her condition? I'm guessing growing up maybe she would sometimes lose herself to something she was hearing or seeing, and the other senses would switch off, and so they view that as a condition. So if there are other people who are suffering, who don't understand what's wrong with them, finding out, oh, you're part of this new wave of humanity or whatever, would actually be something that would really help you. And so their job is solving or dealing with alpha-related crimes to try and keep them out of the general public's knowledge. And that is fascinating. I don't know what I thought this show would be, but I feel like I thought it was more kind of your standard, like, group on the run, looking out for other people like them, but also on the run from the government. And ultimately, who knows, the government could turn on them if they view them as too much of a threat rather than an asset. But I am very excited to get to know more about this show and this team. And this, you get a phone call, so someone that can control you through technology is what that seemed like. Or is it when you hear his voice, that's what controls you, and it's kind of different to her? Similar to their powers and also different, so I'm very excited. And I'm guessing that Hicks, oh, I know his first name, I can't remember it now, will join the Cameron, right? he's going to end up on the team too, because he's just lost his job. He seems like, you know, it wasn't like when he was fired he was like, oh, you know, it's not like that was a job he loved, but it was a job that he needed and he was good at, and that he was willing to take on extra shifts, and like, you know, he was a good employee, but obviously just walking out in the middle of a shift does not look good. So I think it could be good for him to get this job and this team of people that will support him, and hopefully all support each other. So I'm very excited to continue to explore this show. These will be out once a week towards the end of October, and then if you stay on for another 2 months, I'll watch the rest of season 1 as well. And thank you so much, Jessie, for sponsoring the show, and thank you for watching.